Okay. There are a few things that I've been working on in life recently. Actually, there's a lot of things that I've been working on in life all the time. But there's a few that come to mind and are the reason that I'm creating this video today. Two of those main ones that come to mind are creating videos and creating mindfulness in each and every moment of my life. So let me break both of those down real fast. So the creating videos, photography has been something that for the last 5 years now has been a part of my life. It's such a cool way that I've found to be able to express myself, but then also to be able to capture these moments which otherwise I wouldn't have captured and be able to transport me back into those exact moments, into those memories, to be able to relive them again. Not that I'm going back and I'm reliving all of my past thinking, oh, those are the good old days, but having a much greater appreciation for the amazing things that I've been blessed to be able to experience thus far in life, the amazing people that I've been able to experience those things with, et cetera, et cetera. So this year, I really had this intention. I want to start creating videos of some sort. Right now, they've just been these talking head videos where I am going about and I'm recording thoughts. A lot of them are for myself. So I have a slew of videos that are recorded, essentially me talking to future Matt about life, about what I'm thinking in that moment, the ideas that I have, all of those. Because though I journal most every day, this medium is different. So I wanted to be able to have this consistency of shooting a video and creating these videos, because I think that life is captured so much differently in this manner, and we have this amazing technology, but at least personally, I have not utilized it. So there's that intention of creating more videos. And then the second part was about gratefulness. Gratefulness, mindfulness meditation, mindfulness in general was introduced to me back actually at a conference that I went to in college. And at the time, I had no recollection of it, or not recollection is the wrong word. I had no experience with it until there was a guy who actually, he went to solitary confinement. He read a bunch of books. He learned about mindfulness, found mindfulness, found purpose. That's grossly glossing over his story, but that was essentially what I picked up. And so I started looking into this idea of mindfulness. And since then, it has been such a great impact on my life. But what I want is, I don't want to be able to just find mindfulness or gratefulness. I'll use those more or less interchangeably in each little pockets of the day, or in little pockets of the day. Instead, what I want is to be able to have that throughout my entire life, the all waking moments. Not that I'm saying every single moment, I'm so grateful for everything and just thinking about that, but having this peace of this contentment, of this understanding of I am where I am for this reason, and finding the opportunity with each and everything that happens to me, the good, bad, and the ugly, to be able to find those areas for which I'm grateful. Because I really think that there is an area to be grateful for no matter what we're experiencing. So taking those two, I thought, you know what would be fun? Why don't I do a video series that I'll call 100 Days of Gratefulness? I mess up the title, whatever. So with 100 Days of Gratefulness, what my intention is I want to each day sit down and record something for which I'm grateful, and then by the end of that day, have it posted here on YouTube. Because in that way, there's a few things, right, going along with those two major goals that I think this helps me to achieve. Achieve isn't really the connotation I'm going for, but we'll go for that word right now. First and foremost, it helps me build consistency. I have been for months, literally months, researching, okay, these are these things that you do about video or about coloring, about how you create the videos, editing, all of those things, without actually creating really anything. And so this is my chance to be able to practice doing. Whenever I do it and I need a particular skill, I think that's going to stick much more, and it's actually going to be useful, and it's actually doing something versus the planning that I've been doing before. In addition, this is something where whenever I go in, I'm going to have to seek out this gratefulness each and every day. Our mind, the more that we use it in particular ways, whether we're going and we're seeking all those areas in our life that are great, or we're looking for everything that's wrong, whichever one we tune it to, whichever one we tune to focus on, it's just going to continue on in that manner unless we make drastic changes to switch. And so with this gratefulness, what I really want to be able to do is I want to find specific things, be as specific as possible, whether that's being specific with regards to a person, a situation, a whole life of it, whatever that is, as specific, not just the general, I am grateful for the life that I have, but what about that life? What about that life am I truly thankful for? That am I truly bringing to mind today? And there can be so many different areas. But I think that's also the beauty of doing something as a longer term project instead of saying, I need to, in this exact moment, think of everything I'm grateful for, realizing the abundance. Having an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity one. Realizing that, okay, even if I don't record and say I'm thankful for a particular thing today, well, I can do that again tomorrow, and the next, and the next, and the next day. And in that way, I'm able to really see the true abundance of everything that I have here in life. So that's the intention behind this whole series. So this is the very first one. So this is day one of 100. And I was really struggling and honestly procrastinating again and even creating this video because I was thinking I have to come up with the perfect thing for this first day. But the reality is that's not true. As I just stated, this is going to be a whole series. So with that whole series, I have so many opportunities, I have ample opportunities to be able to really go in and talk about the areas for which I'm grateful. So I'm just going to kick it off now. Yesterday morning, I was lucky to be able to go to a hot yoga class. So it's a studio here in my hometown that I went to frequently back in college. It was whenever I was home for the summer in college, I would go, and I would go multiple times a week. And so I haven't been in there really since then. And I was there for 6 a.m. class. Perfect way to be able to start the day. So that room is pretty hot. It's not Bikram yoga, where it goes through, I believe Bikram has, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, has like a set routine that you go through. Each time routine is probably the wrong word, but that's what I got for now. But this is just in a hot room, and then it's going through different flows and different poses and things like that. Well, I was in this spot and it was hot. And a lesson that I had remembered from last time is, hey, let the sweat roll off. And that's also part of the practice is, are you comfortable in the uncomfortable situation? In that time, are you able to realize that the body is separate from the mind? And so I let it sweat, and I sit there and I don't use my towel, and I allow that to happen. And granted, if you have to do that, it's not that there's a competition for any of us. We're just really competing with ourselves and working with ourselves to get stronger. But I was always laying there. We were getting to the end of the practice. I was right by the heater, but then I was also right beside the door. And whenever I was right beside the door, our teacher, he opened up the door, and then there was this cool breeze that came in that was so refreshing. And it was in that moment that I felt this immense feeling of gratefulness for the air that we breathe. And not just in particular, right, this idea of, oh, I'm thankful for every breath, which I am, but more specifically, I'm thankful for a cool breeze on a hot day. I'm thankful for air conditioning. That's not really the air we breathe, but I'm thankful for air conditioning to be able to escape from the extreme heat. I'm thankful for those things that whenever we're not feeling uncomfortable, at least I often take for granted. But I want to be able to cultivate that feeling of gratefulness of not just whenever we need it, but really thinking like, I am thankful for this situation, for that, as I said, for the breeze, for the air conditioning, all those things that honestly many people aren't lucky enough to be able to have. So that's the area for which I am so thankful for today. I am definitely somebody who prefers the cold. Though I'm Filipino by blood, I prefer the cold weather. I'm pretty uncomfortable in the heat. So it's that moment where it's like, all right, I am so blessed to be able to have that in my life, to be able to go into an air conditioned room at any time possible. And for those little moments that so often are just so easy to ignore, right? With all the problems that we have going on in our own individual lives. But remembering that it's there, even whenever I don't necessarily need it, it's there and it's supporting, and it's that for which I'm grateful for today. So I'll continue this in creating more and more of these videos each and every day from start to finish. That's one area I forgot to talk about, but I'll talk about in tomorrow's video about the importance of starting and finishing, or what I'm trying to achieve with that. But that's enough for today. See you tomorrow. I need to come up with a better ending for all these videos. I will work on it by doing in these videos. All right, bye now. Have a blessed day. Also, I don't know how people maybe it's just how they do that, but I'll figure out how to do a perfect cut after this. See ya.